dressing up very quickly is a problem. I sweat. So now I have to wait. So life I'm early.
To
To accommodate or have a shower and then rest for another 10 minutes before dressing up.
Have you ever thought of amputating the arm?
So there was amputation.
Just to be off the pain.
Amputation doesn't work. Amputation makes it worse.
What do you mean?
So
No.
no.
Somehow ukhuluma noNkulunkulu uthi ukhathele.
Usuke
so ready vele uthi hayi makayidonse abize igama.
Not really that, man. It's about, I just want nigga to just
help you with this pain.
I just want them to take away the pain. I'm manual. I was driving my little sister's car. I'm manual. And top it off, there was a time I was driving it ngathi ngichontshile.
Welcome back to Hot Seat with Penzola. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today I'm talking to Muzi, and generally I always tell you what we're going to be talking about. But this time I'm just going to introduce Muzi, and let's have a conversation. Muzi, welcome to Hot Seat with Penzola.
Hi, Penzola, how are you?
I'm good, man.
Good.
Are you comfortable?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Listen, quick one. Before we get into what we're here to talk about, which is a particular condition, tell us a little bit about yourself and the journey that led you here.
Okay, Muzi Nkosi, apparently that's my name.
Apparently.
Apparently.
Oh, okay.
Angithi yonke into you get given by people who are before you, so
all
apparently. Born and raised at Topsy, Soweto. 2014, I had I'm a speed freak, I still am. 2014, I had a bike accident. 26 June 2014, I had a bike accident which left me with a condition called brachial plexus. They call it the biker's hand. So I used my arm to break my fall when I fell off the bike. So I pulled the nerves from T3 to T4, which left me a little paralyzed. And then in constant pain, like for every time I'm just in pain. So I'm just trying to relax it so it can just do its own thing. At the moment, no.
Yeah, not
no.
So what's T something?
So
what is
T3, T1 to T3 is the vertebrae on the spine.
Okay.
So that's where the nerves got pulled.
Yes.
When they were doing the MRI, that's where they saw it. Okay, these are the nerves where the nerves could have just gone torn.
Yeah. Okay, so help our viewers, right? So let's understand what this brachial plexus
brachial
and how does it affect your daily life and the responsibilities as a single parent? I mean.
Okay, yeah, all right. Oh, yes, and I'm a single. Well, raising two boys, but usually just one. I stay with my son since it's been a while.
Just the two of you.
Yeah, most of the time it's just the two of us.
Yeah.
So I mean, I can say I raised a good man for now. I mean, he just turned 13 in June in May.
Yeah.
May. Oh yeah, so in May. And it's been a beautiful journey, which is also a painful one, you know, because you have to take care of each other. And when I say take care of each other, obviously as a father, I need to take care of him.
Correct.
But more than anything else, he takes care of me when it comes to when I'm in pain, where he's like, all right, oh, he says it in English, magafuna, but yeah, you know, yeah. But he's more on like concern about me more than I think I'm more concerned about him.
Correct.
You know. Yes, I am concerned about him, but again, he's the guy that makes it easier for me.
Sure.
Yeah, well.
Does he understand it? Does he understand?
He fully does.
Yeah.
He fully grasps it. And I mean, in the middle of winter, I just have to open the windows. And he's like, is it pain again? It's yes. And I mean, it's cold. But he understands what I'm sweating. I'm going through a lot at that time. So he has to like just embrace good take my pain. So shower more for the time being as well. And it's the usual, eh? Like so how it happens is the explanation of the brachial plexus injury on my side is the hand is always act. it's like it wants to move. There's tingling.
Involuntary.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
there's
doesn't move hela.
so it's the mind also. So I'd always be in pain somewhere la,
Yeah.
and then here, and it would feel like it feels like here it's somebody stabbing you. I don't even know what stabbing means, but
But that's
in
the
my
kind
mind
of-
that's what, yeah. And then
yeah.
here it's like either somebody's is grabbing my arm and there's no blood circulation or there's no air,
Yeah.
and I just go through the whole motion. And I mean, driving here, you were asking me why you talking fast, you know? And
Yeah, but I
I'm a
mean-
first refulee. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah,
dog,
I'm
look, I'm
thinking-
funny aircon because it's not gonna work. I just need the air, and
Yeah.
because
Yeah. And I must say,
I'm
I
sweating,
was
you know?
just joking because I
Yeah.
don't understand. It's like your windows are open. Ufaki vest. I'm thinking,
what's
you
going
know,
on?
What's
Yeah.
going on? Yeah.
It's the wind.
Yeah.
I just need that more, yeah.
need the more, yeah.
We at least, my heart palpitations or whatever you want to call
Yeah.
them, but it's that whole, my nerves just keep on, they just grind.
So what are the different kinds of pains? I mean, what you're explaining it sounds excruciating, but I mean, what's the worst level?
The worst level is when you're sitting there and like you're laying there, you're sitting there, whatever, and you're like, I'll tell me, no man for like the 10 minutes. Can I just die for 10 minutes and wake up after 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Because this shit is pathetic now.
Sure.
And the Autamini and Kumangai, obviously, I'm talking about God, talking
Yes.
about ancestors, whatever.
Yes, yes.
Because it's excruciating in terms of somebody's just got, you know, a Baby's Island, a bear trap. The thing that they
yes,
put.
Yes, yes.
So
yeah,
now
yeah.
think about it if a bear trap had held your hand or something and you can't take this thing out. I don't know if I'm explaining here. I don't know how to explain it in a way where I can say to you, "Ushayege meow." You know, when you use your elbow and stuff and that whole thing situation. Or you get somebody who stops circulation of your blood.
Yeah.
And when the blood shoots back in, those tingly feelings
Yes,
that.
yes.
But now
Like
think
the
of
needles.
now
Yes,
think
yeah.
of that and just think of it a million times. And when I say a million times, like every day.
Literally.
Yeah. I mean, I could be chilling nabantu grandi, nexi, and then
And then it yeah. And do you think people that around you understand that?
well,
Do they
people
think you're
people
like
who
being
people
funny?
people who've been around me fully understand. And the greatest thing about having some of the friends that I have is yonke joke.
Correct.
Yonke joke. But when they see what I say rough manje, they ask manje senze njani
Yeah.
in it. I get this guy. You can
Yaphela
have
like
morphine, you can have weed, kuyafana. My so I think I've just adapted to saying, okay, ngicela for 2 seconds. You know, like, what do you mean, Dad? And I go through it, and then I say, and then life carries on.
And are you on medication?
I take meds, but to be honest, they don't work.
What is the meds for? Is it for the pain or to?
It's supposed to
repair
supposedly.
your tissue?
It's no, nerves you can't repair
The
at the
nerves,
moment.
yeah, you can't.
So supposedly it's for inflammation. Tries brings down the inflammation and kind of helps bring down the pain, reduce the pain. At times it works, sometimes it doesn't work. And I believe it doesn't work because my mind is always running. Apparently I need to calm down. So I try and calm down. But how do you calm down
But
when
what's
you try
running
to
in your mind?
you need to hustle, you need to do this, you need to do that. I mean, Penny wants you to have an interview with her.
Ish,
Kind of
that's
setup,
it,
you know,
yeah,
like
yeah.
it's monks will pay for all those things.
Yeah.
So I mean, tranquility is easy being advertised to human beings as if it's there. It's not really there. There is no tranquility, for me, the way I look at it. For me, yes, I can say I'm at peace when I'm in my zone, which is my house, my son. But now he has his own situations. You press your buttons, and I'm like, my guy. And now I'm human. I press his buttons, and
Correct.
like, for 2 seconds. Now my man. Those are little things, you know. But I mean, those don't really affect me. But I think it's about the structuring of my life, and working for myself is a second thing that I do on the side. Is I'm always looking for low concentration, which now I need to do work. That takes it away.
Yeah.
So instead of, let's say, I want to do some assignments or I want to do work, I need to sleep. I need to ease the pain.
Need to ease the pain.
So
you can't function fully.
That's it.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that's what I've been really going through lately. I mean, when I say lately, for the past 6 months, I think that's where some of the changes have been. You know, I've been okay.
Yeah.
I've been delivering for myself, but lately it's like, bambo moy.
Yeah. And mentally, how does that affect you mentally? Because right now we're talking about physical pain. But
the greatest thing is being a fool. You know, when you're a joker kind of setup, or you're just that person. Life presents a whole lot of things that you can read about yourself. You know, I mean, I remember when I had the accident, a friend brought me a book, Start Where You Are. I think that's what it was. Let's start where we start, yeah. And I read that book and understood it. This is where you are, and this is how you move forward. So again, having people abakwazi you, and they get to know what something has happened to you. They go and find things that are going to make you, or find you, motivate you, say, man, you know? Keep on cooling and just live your life. And that's what I do. I mean, I wake up and I'm like, no, this is it. I'm fine. And no. I wake up and I'm like, how am I going to survive today?
Sure.
You know?
And this happened in 2014. I mean, we're sitting in 2023.
Next year, it's 10 years next year.
Yeah. So it's been a long journey. I mean, and it's still a thing. You it sounds like it's still a thing you wake up and you think about, because it's here. So is this permanent?
Hopefully,
is there even hope that your right hand will work at some point?
So the neurologist that I saw after the accident, they said 50-50. And at that time, I learned that nerves regenerate once, was it 1 milliliter or 1 centimeter a day? So obviously with time, then I neglected myself in a way of going for therapy, and I didn't do therapy.
Why?
Because I was like, again, it was, right, I'll do the exercise. I saw what exercise they were talking about, and I did the exercise at home, yada yada. But you become lazy also as well. And I used to go to gym, but I didn't know how to exercise at that time. So I went back to gym I went back to therapy 2019. Yeah, 2019 COVID happened, and then 2021 again. So I've been going to therapy for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
And it's been helping it because, I mean, I can lift now with the arm. So basically this part is working. It was skinny, like really it was skinny. And so now I'm just trying to get this part to also, yeah. But it's very hard. Sure. Because this is all connected somewhere here. So every time I go to therapy, I mean, my chiropractor, he always exercises this part, and he tells me, okay, from doing my push-up, I'm a bench press, now you need to start doing some other exercises so we can reactivate some of these nerves, muscle and everything. Yeah.
Sure.
So answering your question, will it be functional 100%? Not 100%. Some improvement I've seen. I mean, there's a bicep yana, tricep yana from, you know, and the fact that I can do like a plank is more helpful or more exciting for me, you know.
But now, so and the reason I'm asking the question of full functionality at some point, I'm asking in relation to pain. So as you see the improvement, does the pain improve? No.
The pain becomes more. And the reason why the pain becomes more is I'm exercising. So I'm reactivating the nerves.
Sure.
So reactivating into file is really a resuscitation of a hard thing. You know when you watch movies and they're using that machine.
Yes,
so that's the kicking of the nerves is not easy.
Yeah.
I can imagine. It becomes, because now you exercise, again, for the last 3 months, 4 months, I've been going to the gym and I've been hitting gym hard. But for the last 3 weeks, if not, this month, it's been hectic. Yenze ukuthi ngathi ngi-lazy because I try and wake up, but ithi hayi angiyindawo. Mfethu ufuna ukugym, angifuni.
Wow.
Yabo.
And that's your body telling you, right? So you have to listen to it.
But I fight, mina.
Yeah.
I have to fight with the whole body because the body mustn't really just say it's okay with being content in day one. So it's not even the body, it's one particular.
It's a piece of your body.
Yeah, it's
right?
one. I mean, the right limb is basically sometimes in control.
Correct. Yeah. Look, I'm happy that you're fighting and keep
Thank
fighting, and hopefully, going back to therapy was probably the best decision.
Yep.
And maybe in another 10 years,
No, true.
another 10 years, you know, kuzoba nemehluko mara umjolo manje uhamba kanjani? Does any of this affect how?
My problem is that me and Mcholo, we're not good friends. Eh?
Oh, you're not good friends.
No.
So how'd you hold Crenshaw?
I mean, I'm problem. No, I need my break. Man. I need breaks at times. And
But do you think
does it affect?
Have you? Obviously, I get you guys as guys are the chasers. Although we've evolved. Not to share.
Yeah.
But obviously, as a guy, you know, you build up some confidence if you want to cheek whatever. And having this condition, you know, has it affected how you share the girls? Or
Again, as I say,
yeah.
me is always superseded what's going on with me.
Yeah.
And if you have we stay and we can talk, let's talk.
Let's talk.
If you're gonna have a problem with what I have, it's your problem, it's not mine. And it's interacting with human beings.
Correct.
The way I look at it, it's not even about women only. It's about interacting with anybody. And some people would even say it's like I didn't even see that you have this condition. You know, like why so? Like guy, man. Only later when you start acting or when you start showing pain, that's when we start saying, all right. I'm like, no, it's because of this condition. It's like, but all this time, well, if it has to be called pretense, then it is. But I need to live.
Yeah,
so it doesn't stop
it's
me.
It's interesting you mentioned pretense, right? Because it, you know, when your life changes overnight, something does happen mentally and otherwise, right? So, and there are people that are quite soft and feely about stuff.
Yeah.
And there are people that will feel, but, you know, they'll joke about stuff. But it doesn't, it's a joke, but it is what it is. You know, so after all, you know, we are all human.
True.
Right? So there are times where you are feeling, and maybe those times are not when there's people around, because when there's people around, you are still who you are. Your personality hasn't changed. But I'm trying to get to a point where the type of conversations that you have with your son, on how this thing, you know, who do you talk to about how this thing really affects you? Not in a joking way. Is it your son? Is it, you know, is there a therapist that you had to see after this condition?
So with the whole sessions with the chiropractor and there's something else I do which is called aqua therapy.
Okay. What?
Aqua therapy, you get into the water and then we exercise the whole arm inside the water, because water is warm water helps with nerves and everything. Yeah. So especially if you're exercising in there. Another thing, sorry, just to change, Ganyan, is every time I go into a sauna, there's a little bit of relief, because I won't get it. I don't know. So I assume that's what usually works, and I don't have pain for a few minutes or probably an hour or so. So who do I speak to? Of lately, I've been speaking to God. To save a fit. I'm tired. I really am.
Sure.
And
what are you tired of?
The pain. It's nothing else. I mean, I don't mind my head not functioning.
It's the pain.
I mean, IT for crying out loud. I fell off the bike on Thursday, in 26. Got discharged the next week on Wednesday. On Friday, I was driving my little sister's car, manual.
Uyidrayiva kanjani ngoba irayini ayisipani, bro?
Sondla siyasebenza sikhokho. If ukhulele elokishini yonke into iyasebenza. With your mind, you can apply yourself. Everything is easy. Everything is feasible. Everything is possible. I'm manual. I was driving my little sister's car. I'm manual. And top it off, there was a time I was driving it.
Sure.
So the whole thing is about a mind state. But also, again, with the age, I think, and I'm using age for no reason, but I think with growing up now, that's when you just start deteriorating, or apparently, as they say. Because you've held yourself, and I've held myself, but as in,
So mawukhuluma noNkulunkulu uthi ukhathele. Usuke so ready vele uthi hayi makayidonse abize igama.
Not really that, man. It's about, I just want nigga to just
help you with this pain.
I just want them to take away the pain.
Sure.
And it's nothing major. It's just ngicela ipain iphele.
It's okay ukuthi isandla singasipani, but
except here, angithi.
Yo. So you spoke a lot about some of the strategies you found to deal, and that was one of the questions I was going to ask, to say, what are some of the strategies that you've adopted to try and manage this? And you mentioned going into the sauna, which obviously does help.
Yeah.
Therapy.
Yeah, and then therapy, there's also the mind therapy. Yeah.
Oh, and you also do
therapy
from a psychological perspective.
Yes.
And going to the gym. You know, I'm assuming that, you know, those are as you go through these strategies, you know, you probably, you know, find other ways. You know, so outside of the ones that you've mentioned, are there any others? You know, it's obviously, like I said, we mentioned gym, the chiropractor. What else do you do?
I became a vegan after the accident, and this was because of a Chinese doctor that I saw.
So your diet also
had to change.
Yeah.
Even now, I'm realizing that my diet has to change drastically in terms of coffee, because I'm a coffee person, and coffee creates a whole lot of inflammation.
Yeah.
So now, right now, I try and take 2 coffees in the morning and no coffee after that.
Sure. But you still take coffee.
I love coffee. That's my problem. And now I need to cut off dairy also, which is something that my mother used to say growing up. Cheese. And
Yeah.
the cheese.
Cheese boy, man.
Still am, man.
If you don't pass on it,
I
wanna no. Anyway, that's a topic.
I mean, I still am. Anyway.
And your parents, how the family?
The family is fine, and
and I suppose they understand.
They're supportive. I mean, there's nothing they can do. It's those questions, all right. What else can they do? Okay, la. And then I guess maybe anyway. So you just ask the questions when it's time to ask. Are you okay? You know. Right. Okay, sharp. You want anything? No, grand. Oh.
And do you feel like you get treated differently now?
No.
Is it still the same?
Nah. I think it's even worse. I think it's even worse. Yeah. I think it's even worse. Like, okay,
you're not special.
You know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, friends, family.
Yeah.
Abantu who grew up with you still look at you as like, careful. You know? And the only time they have that remorse or they feel for you is when they can see you in pain.
Sure. When
you're in pain, you know. But besides it is I mean, I have a Grootmane who I met late last year. One of the most adorable gents I've ever met. And every time I must bloom, hey, what like? Get right there. So, I mean, you need people who understand. Yeah, well, not people who are going to feel sorry for you, because there's nothing to be feel sorry about.
Not a pity party.
But
But where we can help, let's help.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Because the pity party is for me alone, in my house.
And do you ever find those moments where you have a pity party alone?
Again, you were asking the question, what is saying ready for a cut? So my only situation is a pain. So it sits here, the back of my mind, you know. And yes, it no figure upon me like, as in. So I prefer just to like calm the whole thing down and then wake up and then find a way around.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a I'm starting to understand it's the first time I hear of it, and I think as we speak, I'm really starting to understand it. But in the strategies that you're dealing with to your road to healing, okay, what are the costs? Like therapy, psychologist, you've got a therapy for the actual physical
Yeah.
body, you go to gym, you've had to change your diet.
Yeah.
So what does the cost look like of your road to recovery?
Hence, I had to do more than just go into Umlung and just do open up my own company and do something. Because therapy, I go twice. I try and go twice a month. Which the bill on its own is a day. It's 1.5 plus the 2,500.
Sure.
Mental and
the body.
the physical, and it's true. So it's 5,000 a month.
Yeah.
So obviously, I mean, again, medical aid doesn't really cover that at times because they're like, Maria's and that I say
You've depleted.
not even depleted. Maria's and
It's about So
I have to work hard to get money and just try and cover the therapy and everything. And now there's also that drainage of the drainage of the energy. So every now and again, now I need to take injection, a vitamin boost, because as I'm saying, So I mean, I've been napping a lot.
Yeah.
So I've been taking a break, sleeping, because I'm drained, and the only way to go and resuscitate that is to take all these IV drops and stuff, drip or whatever they call it. Yeah.
And I can only imagine. I mean, it's obviously quite costly, and you are making adjustments in your life to accommodate the cost. And I can almost just think about someone who actually can't even afford. What I wonder. I mean, we don't have the answer, but if we look at our government system in terms of health. They wouldn't. I'm not sure if they would offer therapy.
Look, I mean, therapy was there when I went to a bar at that time.
Okay.
And they were advanced in terms of they knew these kind of injuries,
Okay.
And the neurologists that were there, those are the guys that told me. So the next year or within the next few months after that, I obviously went to my own neurologist. There's a guy by the name of Jean Paulo in Rosebank, one of the best neurosurgeons apparently in SA. And I watched, fine, look, after a few years, if you can come back and smack me with that hand, I would have said you have a great mind, I'm not saying it can't, but where you are and how I'm assessing.
So in fact, the neurologists
No, they said the same thing, 50-50.
Okay,
So I mean, even going to another neurologist, I mean, two of them, they said the same thing. It's a 50-50 chance. So everything about it is really playing with the mind.
Now let's talk about the daily actions that we take for granted. Like the little things, putting your own clothes, bathing, showering, and
adjusted.
Yeah. How? Like,
I mean,
and I mean, you've adjusted, yes, but it's a daily. It affects you daily.
Yeah, I mean, it's again okay. Again, going back to how I came into your house, top, investing pay.
Yeah, because I did have to put on that t-shirt.
Yeah, it's because it's one of those. Yes, it's one of those. Dressing up very quickly is a problem. I sweat, so now I have to wait. So life early
to
accommodate, or have a shower and then rest for another 10 minutes before dressing up. And dressing up, pants down, everything is fine. Up here, I'm sweating, Yazula, okay. My body's like relaxing and looking at me. It's like, I'm thinking I'm fine, no. Then I sweat again. And then I sweat again.
Sure.
I'm like, okay. So it takes literally like 20 minutes. Sorry for saying it. I became a so-called woman when it comes to dressing.
Sure. No, not all women take that long.
Hey,
let's not assume things here, please.
So
yeah.
But I mean, the worst is you're at gym and then go to sweater and now I need to take off the shirt. and
It's stuck on your
it's stuck,
body.
and now somebody and the problem is when somebody is trying to help you, yabo, and you still have that but when somebody's helping you, so saying switch it, hey, whoa, this person is helping, relax. Yeah, say yes. You know, because what I learned over the years is you were used to doing things yourself.
And now yeah.
I mean, dishes, we like to enjoy and everything. When somebody has cooked and then kuba yimafumi kezizich. Man, think kezizich. Man, relax, no, I got this. Oh, the biggest reason behind that is because I'm one of those tidy people. So ngifuna yonke into ihlale the way. And so
now you get frustrated when there's
So I have to learn to try and switch off from that, but it's very hard. I can't.
I can imagine.
I can't.
And
I mean, we have a fight.
stuff?
We have a fight. No. I thank God that this guy can cook.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's about him.
Your 13-year-old boy
Yeah.
can cook. Wow.
He must go look after himself, Mchan.
Wow.
Oh.
Jesus. Okay.
Oh, he talks about women, so he needs to know how to cook. Oh.
I know. Clearly, I've got it wrong. My 13-year-old son just washes dishes.
Never.
He doesn't cook. Okay.
Never.
So
that
he
guy, takes care of him. Yeah, he takes care of him.
He takes care of
Or he
him,
takes care of us, to be precise. You know, I mean, I just need to buy the stuff. What do you need? Yeah, I need you to go buy this. I'm like, okay,
so when you go to the shop, then, I mean, I need to...
shop is easy.
Well,
well, that's not hectic.
Oh, is that not hectic?
Nah, that's not hectic. Especially if I'm alone. If I'm with him, it becomes a little bit hectic because finally I'm an irritation.
Sure.
Like, I'm very peculiar and sometimes isn't using when I shouldn't be. I should just live, but
So you were not upset with me when I helped you put on the t-shirt earlier?
Well,
I'm just because
look, again, I'm just saying.
I'm thinking,
my man,
this guy coming to an interview with Kogi vest.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Again, listen. I've learned it's coming from a great heart, from a great place. So, akufanele uzuthi I'm alone umbona ngathi manje angikhona ukuzigqokisa in okay, sharp, and then you adopt these things, adopt whatever.
It's adapt.
It's adapt.
Yeah, it's adapt. Unless you want to say adapt.
When we adapt,
Adapt.
yakhona ungene uplakeke yabo, and just be one with the whole extension.
Yeah. So I've got two last questions before we close off the conversation. Okay. The one is, in the amount of pain that you're going through all the time, and to a point where you speak to God, you're like, dude, bruh, like, make a plan. Have you ever thought of amputating the arm?
So there was amputation.
Just to be off the pain.
Amputation doesn't work. Amputation makes it worse.
What do you mean?
So
I
no. One thing with pain is you learn a lot when you start investigating. So in the States, I'm going to use the States because that's where the research was.
Yeah.
After these soldiers came from war, they lost their arms or limb, whatever, they would always get pain. It's a mind thing. Because you had that limb, whatever. So now your mind is like, I think activate something. It's your nerve system. It's gone, it's gone. But now, what we did a few years ago, we went to a place called Spine Africa in Pretoria with a friend, Uluswil, at that. And then when we got there, they were like assessed and everything, and they were like, no, we can do a nerve block. And I was excited about the nerve block, but the doctor said, but we're not sure which nerve it is that's causing the pain. So now you need to do these procedures. I think it's also, if they do find that if it's the right nerve, you're only not going to have pain for the next 6 months to is it 12 months if I remember, and you pay them 30,000 for this thing procedure. If they don't hit the right nerve, you still need to come back until they find.
Another page.
Well, maybe I didn't understand, but in my mind I was like, before because I mean nerves I am a wire dog. You know copper wires, mabati copper na all those, so you don't know which one it is. that is creating the pain.
Sure.
So there was that nerve block, and I was like, but then I sat down, I was like, Maria, why am I doing nerve block if I can do also exercises? Because when I went to the therapists, they were like, no, but we can still you can still try and train it. Maybe something will come back. If
But
you
I
do
mean,
a nerve block,
sorry to cut you. Getting back to the amputation. So you're saying you did think about amputation, but
no, I didn't think about it.
you didn't think about it.
No.
Oh, okay.
It was presented to me,
Yeah.
and then I went and researched it.
And then
it
you're
doesn't
like, nah,
work.
It doesn't
It's
work.
the same thing. I'm
Yeah.
still gonna be in pain
Yeah.
because my mind is gonna be saying, "Is isandla sami?"
Uyangithola?
Also, futhi isandla sami sinethathu
Yeah.
umntanami, so hey.
Also, when unaletattoo, I say,
Yeah.
okay. No, I get you. So one last question. I think, is there anything that you wish people knew about your condition in terms of how, which will then help how they engage with you?
Well, I don't think it's about me anymore. Anybody engaging with me. I think it's about how we perceive or how we look at people with disabilities of some sort, right? And mine is I've looked at old people. Laba bathi baphethwe arthritis
Yes,
or
all of that stuff. Yeah.
I mean, basically, this is what they go through. I have umama mkhulu, one of my sisi mama.
Okay,
Umama
I'm confused. Either way, umama was something.
umama.
Yeah.
She's got a spine problem, a back problem for years, like 4 years, and she suffers from that thing. And when I got into the pain, she was like, "Yeah, hey, I know what you're going to." I mean, the muntu is in the 80s. If I'm not wrong. Mamela to. Shara na mapilis. She calls me the other time. Okay, man.
I think
I understand ukuthi nguphi ke kunento engiyifunayo ngedoc yathi ngikuthengela. Mangithenga le nto ngithi awu le. Somewhat so no ngithi isipayelana na. I bought myself one. I'm like, let me try it also.
And did it work for you?
No, here's the thing. Again, it calms you down for a while.
For a while.
For a while.
For that time. But at least you are relieved for that time. Yeah.
And then it comes back.
Ewo.
Because I mean, I take weed. When I say I take weed, I smoke weed, or I take it and ngipuze.
Yeah.
It's great. It helps. However, the pain starts. Like my little pins and needles, they start to go crazy, right? And then I become high on some ziggy situation, you know, and then I'm okay. My puma foot, it's pain again.
So you're not really solving anything. I just want to add one last question. Do you resent God or the universe or your ancestors for where you find yourself today?
No, me. I was on the bike.
They didn't put you on the bike.
I'm the one who wanted to live the life that I live.
And you were speeding.
Not even speeding. I was riding purple, everything. And the worst thing is that day, to show you ukuthi abadala bakhona uNkulunkulu ukhona. Mina, I used to ride like this. So that day I was fully kitted.
Yo.
Bengigqokile.
So
yeah. So that day bengitsheliwe kahle kahle ukuthi something is going to happen.
Protect yourself.
So how do you resent people who are like, as in, khona ezoyenzakala, we told you but you didn't see it, but for today just do this.
So you see this as just a thing. It could have been worse, actually.
Dude.
If you are not fully kitted.
Would have lost my toes, feet, if I remember, because the shoe was basically. Yeah. Ne? And using my arm to break my fall, could have been sitting on a wheelchair right now. And
you had your helmet that day?
Helmet was on.
Wow.
I mean, it was crazy.
Yeah.
Do I hate God? Nah, nigga, the nigga provided.
Yeah, man.
I go through my things because we do fight and everything, and I speak the way I speak because I believe we're all creators of everything.
Yeah.
You know? And if I was not pushing myself to do the exercises, I wouldn't be moving forward.
Yeah.
So no, I don't resent my ancestors. I don't resent God. I just work with them because they work with me.
Sure.
Siyasebenzisana. Kubuhlungu, I won't lie, but that's no choice.
Yeah. Wow, guys, what a story. I really, it's an inspiring story, but I mean, acknowledging the challenges and the pain that you go through, but I'm definitely inspired by how everything sits in your mind. And I think that's, if there's one takeaway from me from this conversation, it is the fact that whatever it is that you're going through, be it physical or emotional, your mind plays a big role in how you recover in terms of your journey. But I also want to say, we keep referring to you, you're disabled. I honestly just think that we are all abled differently. It's not really about disability. It's you are differently abled, and I think we need to start looking at ourselves like that. But other than that, I really think that this was an awesome conversation. I enjoyed it. Hope you also enjoyed it. If you do have a question for Muzi, please feel free to put a comment, like, subscribe, and share with your friends. And really, I will get him to answer some of the questions that you guys will ask. But it's been a real thing. Thank you so much, Muzi, for coming.
Thank you.
I do want us to take a shot. Thank you very much. That's guys. Yeah. No, I probably alright.
Yeah, that's something.
Guys, it's the
I need that clear.
It's the yes, music we are playing. It's here. Probably great, my faith. Thinking, but let's get through this because we've got other guests waiting. The sooner we finish, the sooner music can leave.
Amen.
Yeah, true. Vula.
I'm voting.
Okay. Pablo, can I go?
Yeah, you can.
I'm going.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. It is the last one for the year.
Yeah.
Anyway, welcome to Hot Seat with Penzola. I am your host, Penzola, and
It's the last one.
It's
the last one. Come on.
It's not working, boss.
Okay.
It's not working. Yeah. Okay. In 5, 4, 3.
Zola.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Hot Seat with Penzola. My name is Penny, and I am your host.
It's fine. Pick up.
Welcome to Hot Seat with Penzola. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am your host, Penzola, and today I am talking to Muzi. And generally, I always kind of upfront tell you what we are.
Cut.
Woo.
It's fine. So let's cut it.